Hi everybody, and welcome back to Vibes and Vinyl.
Hey.
I know it's been a minute since we recorded everything. You know, life kind of got in the way. The holidays came up, all that good stuff.
And then I had a baby shower and my children's birthday, like everything,
child.
Yeah.
So life been kind of on the roll.
Yeah.
And now it's slowing down a little bit because somebody is about to give birth. And maybe a couple days.
Yeah, hopefully a couple days. Hopefully, but knowing how my children never come out, it probably won't be a couple days. But good news is by next week, okay, hopefully we can rush her on out of there because I'm getting tired.
That's how it is at the end of the pregnancy. You get just tired of being pregnant and tired of waddling everywhere. And tired of going to the bathroom to pee every 5 minutes, literally. Oh my God.
During the middle of the night.
I hated that. I couldn't sleep though. For my stomach, because I sleep on my stomach.
Oh, you do?
I couldn't ever feel comfortable being pregnant towards the end because I needed to sleep on my stomach.
And I feel bad, and I think I was telling my sister, I feel bad for people who have to sleep on their stomach because that's a culture shock to really change the way you sleep.
It is.
You have a whole thing. But me, thankfully, I sleep on my right or left side.
And that's what they tell you, sleep on your side, which is so uncomfortable to me.
See, I naturally sleep like that. So that's the only good thing when I get pregnant, I get to still kind of be in my regular position. But I always have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night at least every 2 hours.
Girl.
So you end up no sleep the whole night.
Girl.
So I'm tired. That's the bad vibe of the week.
Yeah.
The bad vibe of the week is that I'm still pregnant. Okay. But that is coming to an end. I promise. The next time we record, I hope and pray that you do not see this whole package here. This package will be dropped off next week, and that's on period. Nah.
Okay, we're gonna let y'all know if this package is dropped off or not.
And I'm gonna try to record a little bit of footage. Let me know if y'all want to see any kind of delivery footage. I was thinking I could get Jeremy to record me going into the hospital.
Her husband.
That's him. Yes, his name is Jeremy. Maybe he could record me going into the hospital, checking in, laying in the bed, and kind of showing, some little stuff. Maybe we could hide the camera.
Y'all could do that.
And
we'll love to see that. Don't show too much, but
you can't be. Look, you ain't gonna get too into detail, but I'll show y'all everything leading up until I start going into agonizing pain and suffering.
Girl. She said agonizing pain and suffering. I only gave birth once, but I never had my child, naturally. He was a C-section baby, so my memory of giving birth was just straight up drugged up.
Did you feel contractions before?
I felt them, but it wasn't bad to me.
Oh,
it was it's still, they were heavy contractions, but it was to me, it wasn't as bad as people said it was.
Well, you felt a little bit of the pain and suffering.
I'm contractions ain't nothing, but being high like that, and they, cutting your stomach open.
Yeah, I'm scared of that.
Yeah.
That part, you told me about that, and then my other cousin too. And so I'm y'all made it real, sound even worse.
It is. It's sad because, it's not that it's a blessing to give birth regardless of how it's giving birth. But just remembering the smell,
that
because your stomach is open, so you can smell something. You're high, but you're still there. So at one point I was oh my God, I can feel the burning of the laser. Is it a laser? The laser, I think. Yeah, they do a laser to cut your stomach open. So I can feel the heat, I can smell it, and I'm I said, I need more drugs.
You wanted more?
I said, please give me more.
Why?
And then the man looked at my husband, he was I just gave her some.
Yeah, I gave her enough.
And then the baby comes out, and then my husband he just leaves me on the table, and I'm I'm fading.
I don't want to be fading. That part, you made it I don't want to be fading.
I think I was so high. Yeah, I was fading.
I don't want to feel that.
What they give you is just.
You know how we be talking about when we my accidental eating the edible, and how you feel oh my God. And every time you say that, I picture that feeling. So I'm I don't want to be feeling I'm fading away.
You fading.
I don't have time for that.
You're not really fading away, but you fading away to sleep. So pretty much the same thing when I was on those drugs. I think they were giving me Percocet. Like, and I was like, people actually take Percocet for the fun of it?
Just to be lit.
That is not fun. I don't want to be to the point where I'm like, oh, 1 minute I'm awake and the next minute I'm just...
I don't want to do it.
I don't want to do that.
I want to be very much coherent.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
You got me dead.
That Percocet feeling.
See, now that going into labor, at any moment they can be like, oh, you're not dilating, up going into a C-section. So I don't want to hear that. Like, I don't want to hear no, because I was start thinking about this fading away. And I'm getting anxiety. Oh my God.
You're not really fading away. What you're fading into is sleep. That's what you're fading into because you're tired.
I know what you mean.
You're
I don't like
high.
that feeling. Like at the dentist when they're trying to like put you to sleep to pull out a tube. I don't like that fading feeling. Like,
it's too bad.
You fading out.
You know what fading I mean? Out.
I don't like that. I need to be like, boom, what we doing? I need to be there.
No. Okay? That's not up to you. The Percocet gonna take you there.
I know.
Okay.
It was this video of this boy one day. He was at the dentist. He was like, I'm not gonna let y'all take me down. You ain't gonna take me down. They put the shot in his arm. He was like, nah. You ain't gonna. He woke back up. He was like, "You ain't gonna take me down." He kept trying to fight it.
That is how it is. Like when I had to go into a little procedure, they were putting me to sleep, and I was like, "Oh my God, I don't like that," because I've never been like put to sleep like that. Like I haven't had dental work or anything. So they were like, "They gonna put you to sleep," and I'm just freaking out. They told me count to 5. I think I made it to 3.
Yeah,
and I woke right up, and it was like nothing.
Done.
Yeah.
Like, that part, like if you could do that without the feeling of the fading, I'm okay with it. But when you feel it you feel like you're going down, you be wanting to fight it. You be like, no, don't do that. But you can't, nothing you can do.
Yeah.
But I'll keep y'all updated. I'll try to get a little footage, and then boom, we back. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna be back.
Yeah, we're gonna be back.
But then look, one more bad vibe. The Versus. I know we all watched.
Oh, I didn't even watch that.
You didn't watch it?
No,
why? Because it was taking too long?
It was too much going on. And then I was 30 minutes late to the Versus. And then I was late and they wasn't even there. Yeah. So I was like, man, not for Keesha Cole and Ashanti. No.
But then they said that was the highest rated Versus ever.
Stop lying.
That's what I was like. They lying. No. But Ashanti came on Ebro in the morning, and she was like, "Yeah, it was a Keesha Cole." She did a little interview. She was like, "Yeah, it was Keesha Cole. It was the highest rated."
She lied. No,
what? It was?
She lying.
I don't think it was that great. I mean,
I saw a clip of it on the Shade Room, and the vocals was trash.
Yeah,
but I mean, they don't really sing that well.
That's what everybody keeps saying about Keesha Cole, but I thought she could sing, and Shanti was more like,
they both can't sing.
You don't think that?
No, I don't think they, like, Keesha do a lot of yelling. You know, somebody trying to force you to think they can sing.
Yeah.
So
that's what I keep hearing. But the reason why I feel like they're the bad vibe, I think a lot of y'all heard too. That whole attitude when she came in, that gave me like, Cole? Yeah, you know she came in with the bad vibe off top.
What was the problem? What was the problem?
She came in like, oh, hey y'all, like, no, like, hey, I'm here, you know, my bad y'all, da da da. She didn't come in like, I'm late, but I'm trying to recover from it. She kind of came in like, yeah, I'm sorry y'all, but what we doing? When we gonna get started?
First of all, Keesha Cole,
I'm like,
first of all,
okay.
The joke like on social media has been that you outside of the Grammys because you can't get in. So the fact that she came in, well, any award show pretty much, she can't get in because they try to make a joke that she's not that good.
Yeah.
So
poor thing.
The fact that she acting like she Mariah Carey.
No. Yeah, and then when she came back after it was over, I followed these little vlogs and stuff. So she came on alive with one of her friends. I don't know who the man was, but everybody probably heard it by now. Like, she gave the reason why she was late, and it was real trash. She didn't come in but nothing. She said she was there the whole hour and a half, 90 minutes late, right? Ashanti was about 30 minutes late, which was not good. But she came in, she sat down, she pretty much had to entertain everybody by just playing random stuff. Her DJ was like, hey, really? Everybody. Yeah, she was like, okay.
Keesha Cole was really 90 minutes late.
Because Ashanti was 30 late. They both was, the first 30, they both was late. But Ashanti came, she sat down, she fixed her hair. She was like, I'm ready, came in with a good attitude. That's why everybody says she won, because she came in positive. She came in, she was like, oh, no problem, Keesha, like, I'm going to hold it down for my sis. Like, let's just listen to some music and chill. she had to do that for an additional hour on top of the 30.
See, no, I'm not.
And then that's when Keesha came in with an attitude. She explained it a few days later, and she was like, no, I was there. I apologize, but I was there. I just didn't want to come and sit in the chair, you know, because the sound was messed up. The monitor was blurry. I didn't like how it was looking on my end, and I didn't want to come on camera like that. I'm like, what? You waited there?
We all waited.
We thought you were driving there.
We waited 3 months to watch this, and y'all gonna show up late? That's why I logged right back out. I clicked on there. I saw two empty chairs. I asked right back out. I was like, no ma'am, I'm not for no Ashanti and Keesha
You
Cole.
are dumb. You said up no, too late.
2 empty chairs. I was late. I'm over here like, oh, it been started. Let me. Then I was like, hold up, wait, no ma'am.
I know everybody did that. Like, I had cooked dinner, I had fixed my son's food, I had ran bath water, I took a whole bath, got out, and and Shanti had showed up in the midst of that, but Keesha Cole still went out, had done 3 things. And I'm like, are we canceling at this point?
Right.
Like, what are we doing?
They shouldn't have had one in the first place, if you ask me. But, you know, it is what it is. They got their shine.
They did. And they say Ashanti won at the end of the day. So, because of just the sportsmanship and just the positive attitude and holding it down. And she did. And that's why she won. And she got hits too. But she won. And Keesha Cole knows she could have came in there with a better vibe. So, that vibe of the week goes to Keesha Cole. And everybody knows it. So,
really, if you ask me, it go to both of them.
Yeah, a little bit.
But, you know.
But see, she could have won if she came in like more happy-go-lucky and apologetic and just like, you need to watch it. Just watch it just to see how
that clip I saw in the shade room of how horrible they were singing. Yeah, I was like, no, I could go listen to, you know, on my Apple Music and hear the music that I really want to hear. At least it was nice and edited. Yeah,
I would tell you to watch it only to see how terrible it was. I'm not even saying watch it because like, oh yeah. Right. Like, just look at it just to just be miserable looking. Like, oh my God, I can't believe that because it was awkward throughout the show. It didn't stop
like they didn't have good chemistry?
No. And Keesha Cole, you know, everybody knows, I know a lot of y'all already watched it, so she tried to like strong arm Ashanti a couple times, like what? Oh, you need to go first, and Ashanti was like, no, I'm not going first. I sat here for an hour with these people while you was late. How you gonna come in and tell me to start off?
You need to be prepared.
You need to go ahead and start off because I've been waiting with these people on live TV. And then she tried to strong arm her when they came back after the break that they took, and she was like, go ahead sis, go first. And Ashanti was like, she was like, I'm finna go first. Ashanti was like, oh no, I'm going first. It was so awkward because it was like y'all arguing on camera. And Keesha Cole was like, how you gonna? She said, nigga, all hood. I said, you not nigga on verses. So she said, how you gonna tell me I'm going first? I ain't going first. And she said, because it was awkward the whole way through, and it was just like, it wasn't flowing. They got attitudes with each other, and it was just dumb. So.
Oh my God.
Bad vibe.
Bad vibe for sure. Stop.
That's it.
All right. Well, let's move on. So what we want to talk about today is the whole light skin, dark skin issue in our community. So go ahead and tell them about the Danileigh song, which I just heard. Please, no.
You said 59 seconds.
No, because please tell me this is not being considered a song at 59 seconds. So Danileigh, is that how you say it? Danileigh, whatever, child.
Yes, exactly.
Danileigh made a song called Yellow Bone. Yeah. It's not even a song. She made a TikTok.
Yellow bonus, what he wants, what he wants. Yellow bonus, what he wants, what he wants.
Yeah, and explain the issue.
Okay, well, it's like a few different things. Okay, she came out with it, and it was very much so like, what are you doing? Like, what is this? And so she just did a clip on Instagram like last week, and she was just like, yellow bonnets, what he want? And I'm just like, okay, you mumbling. I'm like, okay, is this supposed to be a single? What is this? So basically, after a day, it didn't even take long. People had pulled up clips, and they was like, first of all, the baby baby mama is dark skin, which you would be considered to be dark skin or whatever. So
they
was
thought she was
like,
taking
it was
shots?
a shot.
Okay.
They was like, oh, you trying to be funny or
but
whatever.
She never
the case
said
is.
that she was taking a
She
shot.
did. She
So
came back and said she wasn't.
Okay.
She said, that wasn't my intention. Of course she gonna come back with that. But the reason why it caught anybody's attention is because it's like we already have in the black community the issue of colorism and the dark and light, That's already like gonna get people attention, first of all. It don't help that he went from an AKA dark skinned woman to you. And you talking about yellow bone is what he want. And so that didn't rub people the right way. What made it worse was they brought up clips from the Rick Ross and the Dream when they had that show when they was trying to find talent. I actually used to watch the show in real time. So when the clip came back up, I'm like, oh, I remember that show. I used to watch that show. Mm-hmm. And it was very much so stupid as hell because they brought Jess Brittany up and the girl Kaya. Of course, Jess Brittany, if you from Houston or wherever you may be from, you know Jess Brittany, she's light skinned. She got like boobs, but she just like, you know.
Surgery.
Yeah, she has that look, you know, that everybody go for in this day and age or whatever it is. And then Kaya, she's pretty. She real pretty to me. To me, she looked better than Jess Brittany.
Jess Brittany is not cute, but I mean, you know, well, I'll get to my point.
Right.
You finish.
But you know, to the men and to Rick Ross, old fat ratchet self, he was over there talking about some, yeah, like she did better. Like he pumped Jess Brittany up on the clip that kept going viral. Like, yeah, like you got a bright future ahead of you, lame.
Right.
He pumping her up. Kaya, she took the same beat Jess Brittany did. Because that was, I guess, the assignment. Yeah. And she actually rewrote it from scratch. Like, she put a whole new twist on it. She didn't copy off what he did with Crusette Michelle. Or who was that? I don't even know if I'm saying the right name. But she just made her a whole new song. And that's what you're supposed to do. If you on a show and it's like, showcase your artistry, showcase that you can do this.
So basically they were,
you know what I'm saying?
They were saying that Jess Brittany won just because of her looks.
That's what the clip went viral trying to show. It was like it kept showing the Dream and Rick Ross agreeing to my, yeah, you Brittany, you did good, like da da. And then when it got to Kaya, their feedback was like, oh, you use your voice, you have a unique voice, and you didn't really showcase your voice the right way for the track. And the Dream was like, yep. He was just co-signing stupid Rick Ross. So it was like,
Rick Ross shouldn't
what
be
are
giving
y'all talking about? Her song
not
was
saying
better.
Rick Ross is not like a talented person, but that type of thing where someone is singing, I don't think he needs to be giving his input because obviously he's a man that. If you've ever watched his interviews or anything like that, he's a man that's very all about visual appeal when it comes to a woman. Mm-hmm. So I don't think he would be the right person to give any advice.
He was not being objective.
Right.
He was just being very subjective. The subject matter at hand was she fine in his head. She fine, she got a big booty. I'm going to give her credit right now in her face so that maybe perhaps later on I could like da-da-da. Kaya to him isn't as attractive. She's dark skinned according to society, and she don't have no big booty and all this stuff like that. Even though her record she created was clearly the more creative, clearly the more original, and her voice was on a million. Yeah, she could actually sing.
I think that
she still didn't get the good feedback.
Two separate issues here. Like, yeah, it's true. In our community, light-skinned women, you know, have been given a preference. This is what men say they like. They like light-skinned, long hair, European features. And I think that just comes from our history, starting with slavery. Like, again, people don't like you mentioning slavery, but it is what it is. Slavery had an impact on our community, on the black community as a whole. The way we behave today, 400 years ago, yeah, it still has the impact today. And I think that, you know, while we were enslaved, white was the superior race. That was the beautiful race. And black people weren't considered that. So as close as you could possibly be to a white person is why they favor light-skinned people. Like as close as you can be to white. Oh, like this person is lighter, which the standard of beauty is technically a white person according to, I forgot what website that was, but that's what they do. The standard of beauty is a white woman. Yep. So I think as close as you can be to that is
to
what
European,
European features. Will be considered beautiful. Now, on the Danileigh subject, what is it called?
Danileigh.
On the Danileigh subject, I think that I don't see an issue with it because of the fact that like we are different. Like our generation is different. We actually do uplift our brown skinned people. We try to give people pride on their color, the color of their skin. And I don't think it's right for you to just give people the pride on the color of their skin when you're brown. Why can't you be a bright skinned person and also have pride? It's like, yeah, some people may have their preference, but I see it like, don't chastise me because I'm bright skinned. If I want to be proud about my color, let me be proud. Nobody's mad about brown skin girls, the song by Beyonce.
That came up on one of the people I listened to, my blogger people. He mentioned it because like he came on one day and he had your exact take. He was like, you know what? Why should she be ashamed because she yellow bone? Like we talk about brown skin, all that. We need to do yellow bone too. Like, oh no big deal. I think when he came back like 2 days later and he had changed his opinion, he was just kind of like, I thought about it and I'm like, okay, I could see how. He was like, personally, it don't bother me. But I understand from a broader perspective why the people are mad, because historically, you know, you're very much so ridiculed for being dark. Right. You know, you've never been ridiculed for being light. Right. You know, you automatically have an upper hand. You don't have to speak on your upper hand when you're brighter, because that's more European, that's more close to white ladies. Right. So, you know, that's a given. Only reason why there's a brown skin girl song or a brown anything uplifting wise is because it's like that's always looked at as trash. Yeah, you're right. Or always spoken on in a negative connotation. Like, so it's like we gotta go out our way as black people to write records like Brown Skin Girl, because it's like we're so diminished in that category. And so he looked at it like, well, if you are the one with the upper hand, you don't really need to parade around about it. You know what I mean? Make it, because you already good. Like, you already good in society. I understand so he kind of was just like, it didn't bother him. And that's kind of, I think, my take on it. It don't bother me directly. I wouldn't have got on the internet and like chewed her up. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I can see in a general sense, like, yeah, why, if you're lighter skinned, you shouldn't necessarily parade that around. Yeah. Let's just leave that. You know, if I, like, we would be considered red or more fair skinned next to, like, my mama, for instance. You know what I mean? Yeah. My mama is what you would call a dark skinned woman. Right. So if I stand next to her, people usually say, oh, you look like your mama, but you the light skinned version. Right. So even though I get categorized as red or light skin or whatever the case, I still understand that I'm a songwriter. I would never dare write no shit like that. No, you wouldn't write I would never write that. You wouldn't write. And she's not even black in my opinion. So what is she talking about yellow bone for? I don't know whether the girl black or not. I don't know nothing about the girl. I don't. We need to research like her parents. I don't know. Isn't she Spanish or something like that? Spanish. Now, okay, if you Afro Latina, I don't really know the specific terms. I don't know because it's a bunch of terms. Like I don't know the specific term, but if you're, you know, of African descent, some kind of way, but you just so happen to be light, then yeah, you light skinned. Now, if a white person said they were light skinned, you know, that would be like, ooh, no, don't say that. Yeah. Don't do that. People are half and half on her. Like, people are like, okay, yeah, you a little bit black. I think on her ancestry that she posted, she was 12% black or African. Girl, it said 12%. That's it. It didn't say a lot. That's a reach. I'm telling you, and the rest was like European. The rest was like other stuff. That was okay. 12%. She said 12. That's a reach. So if you're 12%, can you be black enough to even say yellow bone at 12%? I mean, what the hell is that? I mean, if she want to be black, you know, she want to be black. What's that lady name? Rachel Mick something. Girl, what are you talking about? The white lady that she black, but you know she had the curly hair. What you talking about, Rachel Mick? I know you ain't saying Rachel McAdams. Who is that? Which one is that? It's a D. It's the lady's last name. It starts with a D. Rachel Dolezal or something. Oh, who is Rachel McAdams? That's an actress. The one I like? The one from The Notebook. Yeah, the one I like. Yeah, she don't. Me and Jeremy always sit up and talk about her. So that's one of our favorite actresses. So not my good sis. I love her too. But I don't mean that. Not her, because that's one of my good sisters. I like her. Yeah, but I'm thinking Rachel Dolezal. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. And she pretended to be. She got the curly hair. Yeah, If you want to be black, girl. Go ahead. Be black, Danny. But I know you didn't learn your lesson. If you want to be black or whatever that bad, leave the yellow bone out. We already got enough struggles in the black community.
I see where you're coming from.
So.
I do see where you're coming from with the whole topic, because historically, black dark-skinned women have been put down. They try to say dark-skinned women are ugly and all sorts of things like that.
Real pretty.
Yeah, and you know
pretty.
That is an issue in our community. I just don't feel like this issue is pertaining to that, because she's talking about herself. She's not. I think she's talking about herself.
She's
talking about herself, and we've heard in different songs, you know, light skin, thick, you know, that the woman will be saying that about themselves. So this really wasn't a song. It's 59 seconds. So you can't really get mad about 59 seconds.
Yeah, well, that 59 seconds then got that girl crying. She didn't show back up on camera with breath. I'm like, why you gotta come back on at home? You know what I mean? The 59 seconds then got her feelings hurt. You know, she didn't came first. She said, "Oh, I don't worry about y'all, whatever." Then she waited. She seen that backlash rolling in. She got the crying at home, and she came back on camera. And then now she apologized. And now she's like, she came back on with the braids though. And with the darker skin, they was like, why she came back on with braids?
People get mad about everything.
They was like, do you gotta wear braids to apologize? Try to look black?
People mad about everything.
And she should know that. She should know that.
I can't take it. I can't take how much y'all get mad about
everything. How she
like,
feels.
worry about your life.
That's how she
feels.
Because,
you know, I saw something on Baller Alert today where T.I. is playing a character with vitiligo. Is that how you say it? Vitiligo?
Oh, vitiligo with your skin.
Yeah. So people mad about that. I'm like, it's a movie.
Shouldn't be mad about that. Yeah, that's stupid.
Y'all want representation?
Yeah, I don't know what
that people just don't. But I feel like people get mad about everything. So in this culture, you have to be careful about what you say. And maybe the yellow bone comment wasn't in the best taste. I still don't see a big issue with it. Now, if she was saying yellow bone is better than dark skin,
that would be worse.
That would have been like, okay, no, don't go there.
Yeah.
But, you know.
She should just know what we at. She knows. She got a phone. She got Instagram. She know Twitter. She know that people sensitive. Even if I don't really care or you really don't care, she know generally people care about little stuff or about they gonna take that little yellow bonus. What he want? You know what culture what climate you live in. So if you yellow and he got a baby mama that's dark skinned, or even if he didn't have a baby mama that was dark skinned, you know better than to say some shit like that.
The fact that they took that story and ran with it, like, oh, he got a dark skinned baby mama.
They did.
So clearly you trying to say you better than her. No, she did not say that. She didn't say that. So that's the assumption. That's the problem. I feel like that's why people mad. Like, you really not mad about nothing. Y'all just made this up.
They not really mad at nothing. But you know how, like, when history just get beat into your brain so bad, like dark skin is ugly, ratchet. They ain't got no talent over just pretty. Like and then that come out ratchetly. When that come out, then you might not be wanting to make a big issue, but because I guess you just know, like, dang, bro, why you had to make this type of song? You know they always dogging dark-skinned women out. So it's like, them people gonna get sensitive.
Anybody ever made a comment about your color to you? Like in a negative way?
In a negative way?
Yeah,
no.
Not being a white person. Okay, well, I actually dated this guy in college, and Louisiana, like, you know, some people in Louisiana, they real Creole. You don't know if they black or not. They're just that bright. And this guy I was talking to actually told me, oh, you know, usually I don't date girls like you. Like, you a little too dark. And I'm like,
too dark?
Yeah, they call me too dark. I was like, oh, well, you know.
Oh, okay. Not too dark. Yeah, that's that Louisiana shit.
That is. Louisiana is very,
very light color is.
Very color struck. Like, I am definitely considered dark in Louisiana. You
Me
probably
too.
Consider dark.
When we go out there, yeah. Especially if we go out there like in June. When it get hot,
they'll hate me. I have a little brown tint.
Oh yeah. We barely can make it if we come in like December, like in a cold month, like where our skin lighten up. It's like, oh, y'all barely. You still do that, but let you come in June, July. I'ma look like
crispy. They would call me crispy. You know, like, okay, I'm gonna take that. But you know, I do agree that we need to be sensitive on the topic of dark skin, because historically people have put it down so much, so
it wasn't the best move on her part.
Probably not.
And let me say this one thing, okay,
for that TikTok,
the Keesha Cole interview came up and surfaced. Some of y'all might have seen it. It was real, like it really spoke to how psychologically damaged we are as a culture, because she was on 106 & Park years ago when Bow Wow used to host, so this was long ago. And he said, how do you feel about something about Black Girls Rock when they first launched it or something?
Yeah.
And she was just like, you know, I first of all, I'm mixed. I was like, first of all, you mixed? With what? Frankie and what? Because you know Frankie is crazy as hell. Frankie got with a white man or something. And she was like,
what?
Yeah, I'm mixed. But she was like, that's okay. I'm black. I understand. And that went viral. It was like, okay, so because the color with the just pretty and all that coming up, that came up too.
Hood trick.
She stopped by a while and was like, first of all, I'm mixed. And then then the bloggers dug up hers years fast forward. She had to explain why she said that.
So what is she mixed?
Her explanation, because Frankie was sitting across from her on the couch on this interview. She said, Mom, tell the people why I said years ago I was mixed. She said, what did you tell me about my father? And Frankie was just like, your father, you know, I don't know if she's like, you don't know, because she was like, you never met your father, you don't know him, you never seen a picture. But Keesha Cole was like, yeah, but you told me my father was an Italian Spanish man. You know, that was kind of like
that
very
woman was high.
fair.
She don't
and
know
white.
what man she slept with.
She don't remember. But she told everybody, she said, Mama, tell the people you told me my daddy was like a Spaniard or Italian, light, fair, very bright white man. She said, Keesha, yeah, daddy is your father or something. She either said daddy is him, or she said something. She was trying to argue with her. She was like, that ain't your father is this black man. She don't know which one it is.
Girl,
I don't know which
she
one
don't
it
need
is
to believe
either.
nothing her mama say. Because
She had the girl confused. And
Yeah.
that's why she went on there saying she was mixed. But that just spoke to, even if her daddy is black and she don't know.
Right.
The thing is, she was so quick to I'm mixed.
Right,
Because
right.
we are so hateful just to be black.
like you gotta make it like
Like
ooh, I'm a little
extra.
better because I am this, you know. And that's why and
See?
you know,
That's ratchet.
over time, I did have people ask me before if I was mixed, and like, oh, you look a little different from black and
Yep.
black. I am
Yep.
mixed with black and black. My parents are black. All my people down the line are black. Like nothing. So what does that make me less because I'm 100% black? Like, stop it.
We have to undo our brain cells because that's how we feel.
Everything black is like really looked at it as a negative thing.
Yeah.
You know, over time I've had people say, "Oh, you know, you articulate very well."
For a
like,
black
you know,
person?
yeah. I've heard that. It's just
Damn.
like, stop thinking, you know, we're all what you guys see on TV, because I feel like a lot of the issues that we do have is because of the media. The media pushes that, you know, white is right, white is beautiful, and then you have the wave of the light-skinned people. You know, they're finally letting black people in positions on TV, but they're all light-skinned people. Beyonce, I love that's my girl. That's my girl. Don't talk about her. She didn't do nothing bad, but people do
but
look
her
at
color
her as the standard of beauty because she's light.
That's why
Halle
it's like
Berry.
Kelly couldn't have ever been nowhere near that level because she's too dark.
Yeah, and Kelly's beautiful.
And some people say she looks better than me.
Some people say it. That's your preference. That's
she
your
pretty
preference.
as hell.
She is. They're all.
Period.
Yeah, Kelly. I was gonna say Michelle, but
Well, that's just no shade.
No shade.
No shade.
But why I saw this meme this morning, I gotta say, I saw this meme. It was Kelly, Beyonce, and Michelle at the BET Awards dancing on people. And I think Beyonce was dancing with Terrence Howard.
Okay,
Kelly was dancing with Nelly. And they said, y'all, why Beyonce and Kelly tried to give Michelle AIDS? Because she was dancing with Magic Johnson.
Oh, that her ratchet. They
said she tried to give her. They tried to give her AIDS.
Not AIDS. See how people? The internet is just so
They hate
catchy.
Michelle. Like y'all need to stop bullying Michelle. But I'm a part of it too, because Michelle is
funny.
hey, she been down for this long, and she been biting the bullet.
She has.
So
dang, I feel kind of bad for her
I
thinking
know.
about that.
No, that's really messed up. That probably really got her traumatized. People been teasing her since before social media.
I know it. Isn't that the worst thing? Poor Michelle. Shout out to Michelle. We love Michelle.
We do. You know, you're there, but you know,
there.
you did your part.
We appreciate you, but that I feel like that sums it up. I'm looking like I think that you said the media. Only thing I wanted to add about it, the media does do that narrative where it's like black people got an attitude, but when it's a Latino person, it's like, ooh, they spicy.
They spicy. I knew you was about to say
like,
spicy.
ooh, like they giving like attitude. That's cute. But like, oh, the black woman's always attitude, always this and always
angry.
that. What?
She's angry.
Right.
She's angry.
And my husband is a colorist, and I told him that.
Shut up.
He told this girl on the phone. He said,
up.
I'm gonna tell on him. He tried to embarrass me. I'm gonna embarrass him. He gonna tell this girl on T-Mobile. She was like, you know how black women are. My wife cut my phone off, and you know black women how they do.
Good point.
So he is okay. So he's a colorist because I got mad one day and I cut. You know how you can suspend a line and you can cut it off. I got mad and I called T-Mobile. Whatever. I was like, cut the line off on.
Why you did that?
This was arguing.
You petty.
Very. And I cut the line off. Whatever. I was just gonna cut it off for like a few hours. You know. So he called T-Mobile and I heard him in the other room talking about, yeah, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm just trying to call and get the line restored or whatever. My life is just so unreasonable and irrational. You know how black women
spilling.
I said, you fucking stupid as hell telling somebody on the phone. And he was like, yeah, you know how black women are.
Jeremy?
Colorism.
Sir, we need to talk about this.
Colorist. Everybody, you hear that?
I know he didn't say
he
that.
He did. And I guess she must have been Asian or white or something on the phone.
I
could tell she wasn't black. She probably was like, oh, sir, okay. Like, she probably was trying not to get in it. But I heard him, and I'm like, ugh, what you mean black women? You know, I'm like, do you not have a black mama? Like, and auntie and grandma?
I saw that meme everybody posted, like, oh, every black man want a light-skinned girl, long hair. And then it was like, but here's their mama. And
Leslie James.
Leslie Jones.
I said, oh my
but
God.
It's true, though.
Leslie.
But no, you know, our black men, even though I feel like the narrative is pushed that our black men, you know, don't like black women, but I think they do. I think that the media is just pushing that a lot too. Like recently we are trying to uplift our people. We're trying to do black love. They got the black love hashtag going on. Like, we're making changes in this generation. I think just stop focusing on what you see in the media and focus on what you see in the world and in your home. Yeah. Are there black men who date outside their race? Yeah. They do. Is it black women who date outside their race? Yeah. You know, it's just the narrative being pushed that our black men don't want us, or our black men don't, they're not in the house, they're in jail, or they're in the streets. No, there are some black men at home. We have black men that live at home
with their kids and their wives,
going to work. Nobody's selling drugs. You know, it's there, it's happening. So we gotta push that narrative instead of pushing that.
And that's the irritating part. And I think that ultimately, to close this out, I think that the whole 59-second stupid song that she tried to, TikTok anthem or whatever she tried to create, it went left because people was just so, what's the word, triggered, because they so tired of the media pushing that dark skinned women is and light skin is better. And then so when they heard it, it was like, it reminded them of that soft spot. And so she just had to bite the bullet for everybody's suffering.
Yeah, unfortunately, you know, you kind of did. You did it to yourself.
She did it to herself.
You know, you had to realize when you were making this song that, okay, potentially, you know, this could happen. But you didn't think about that. So now you're feeling it.
Yeah. And so hopefully by next week it'll wear away and everybody will forgive you. But for now, this week, you not it, the girl.
Not really.
And I wonder if the baby gonna stay with her, because it's kind of like,
you think that man cared? They
he probably don't.
They ignorant.
But I feel like a little bit of him is like, you got
no, he don't care. He don't care.
You don't think he don't care at all?
Men do not care. A woman will probably leave a man in that situation.
Yeah.
But a man ain't gonna leave no woman in that situation. They don't care.
He probably does. He don't look like he care about much of nothing.
No.
So that's sad.
Oh well. Well, I want to thank you guys for tuning in today, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. We're probably gonna go on a little hiatus for a minute, just because this one is giving birth tomorrow.
Hopefully, everybody
in the next couple of hours she giving birth. So
please,
you know, we just wanted to drop this little tidbit before.
Yeah, we didn't want to leave y'all hanging for like 4, you know, all the weeks, then plus 4 more.
Right.
And then it's just like, okay, so I'm like, let's just get one in. And I'm going to try to, we will try to do the hospital special, because I really want y'all to get some footage of that, just to have something. And then I'm going to try to not wait too long, you know, in between. So hopefully we'll be back within
we'll be live. Don't
yeah,
worry.
like we're gonna
Just
try to
stay
do
tuned.
something.
Stay
You know,
tuned.
yeah, go live or put some stuff out.
We
You know,
gonna do
we
some
ain't gonna
stuff
try to
for
leave y'all hanging too bad.
Yeah. Well, all right, y'all go ahead and like, subscribe, and share for us. Make sure you follow us on Instagram if you're not already at Vibes and Vinyl, and we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Hopefully not too much later.
Not too much.
Okay.